If there's anybody here, can you make a noise? I know you can see us.
Poltergeist, death and a royal phantom await the team as we journey to Kent.
Something touched my leg.
Fielding, and this week I thought I'd bring you to Kent and a very scary place with a very royal ghost. Welcome to Most Haunted and Hever Castle. Its construction began in the late 1200s from stone locally quarried, and in 1500 the Boleyn family added a comfortable Tudor dwelling within the defensive walls. Some 400 years later, the by then dilapidated edifice was purchased by William Waldorf Astor, the world's richest man, who spent millions of dollars restoring it to its former glory. The castle is inextricably linked to the doomed relationship between King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, daughter of the Boleyn family and mother of Elizabeth I. Anne paid the ultimate price when she was beheaded. Rumoured to have been a witch in her lifetime, her ghost is said to walk the gardens. After her execution, Henry gave the house to another of his wives, Anne of Cleves, who owned it until her death in 1557. With such an illustrious past, it is little wonder the place is supposedly alive with paranormal activity, with many reports of strange sightings, the feeling of being touched, the rustle of clothes when no one is there, distinctive odours unconnected with the present day, and a sense of terrible evil in certain areas of the building. With a regal history and stately ghosts, who would stay here alone and in the dark? Well, last night Carl and Ian did just that, and this is what happened.
If you're here, try to show yourself to us. Shut the door. Open one of the cupboards. You can hear that, can't you? Yeah. Is anyone here?
Oh shit. Oh, I just didn't like that big bang that just happened there.
Is that your stomach?
It wasn't mine.
You're shitting me.
No, because I'm full. Oh, is that banging's followed us?
Who are you? That don't really make much sense, does it? I've asked who it is and it can only answer me by banging. What? That was there, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm getting really itchy feet now.
I want to go home. Oh, Wigan.
On the many occasions that he visited Hever Castle, it's thought that Henry VIII stayed in this, the largest bedroom. So it's only fair that we start our ghostly journey here. Now, some think that the figure seen sitting in the corner, unflatteringly described as grotesque and horrible, is that of King Henry himself. Others think it's a disgruntled old man who dislikes visitors in his home. Whatever or whoever it is, one thing is certain, that it instills fear into all that see it. This is the Long Gallery, and said to be the most unwelcoming part of the building. Many people have often felt very ill and had to leave after only a short time here. A mischievous poltergeist is thought to roam this whole level, throwing objects across the floor. But the strangest phantom to haunt this area is that of a tall man riding a horse. Strange, because we're 2 floors up.
On the whole, Hever Castle has a very welcoming atmosphere, but there are 1 or 2 areas that are very negative. At the far end of the long gallery, there's an area called the dog kennels, and I've had an experience through that corridor. I always feel a desperate need to get through the corridor as quickly as possible and don't feel safe until I reach the very end.
One of Britain's most famous women has to be, of course, Anne Boleyn. Her romance with our most instantly recognisable monarch created a great stir in its day, mainly because he was still married to Catherine of Aragon. After their divorce, King Henry VIII publicly married Anne. Their fairy tale romance ended tragically when she failed to provide a son, and her beloved husband ordered her execution and had her beheaded. Now, Anne spent much of her time here at Hever Castle, and it seemed in death she has returned as her ghostly figure is said to walk the grounds.
With so many historical figures associated with the castle, what would the night ahead hold for the team? We asked guest medium Johnny Fiore for her first impressions.
To be honest with you, I think the whole place is active, but there are certain rooms that are more active than other rooms. My heart's beating fast right here. There's a lot of activity up there, but I will tell you something. If I feel that I'm being pressured or I don't like something, I will tell them to back off. I just want to walk around. I want to be open to the entire environment. I'm ready to get to work.
Hever Castle holds the promise of being a highly spiritually active location. What does resident parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe make of it?
Kieran, how honoured are we to be allowed to spend the night at Hever Castle? I can't believe it. It's like a dream come true.
It is absolutely fantastic. When you think about the people that would have lived here and walked through here, been to dinners here, we're absolutely honoured to be here.
Now, where Hever Castle is placed, we are, it seems, in the middle of nowhere. In the daytime there's been aeroplanes going past, but there doesn't seem to be any main roads nearby, so everything is very, very quiet.
It is a good point. One thing we always discuss about is extraneous noise, traffic noise or people walking by, and you make a very good point that we don't have to worry about that tonight. So if people do hear any noises, they're going to know that it's something to do with this particular castle. We can discount immediately the possibility of traffic or any external noises.
And there's some very strange phenomena that's been witnessed here. For instance, some people have actually seen a horse being ridden on the second floor, which is very odd. What do you think that's about?
Very, very strange. I do know of apparition accounts in the past where they've had a gentleman riding a horse, but it's normally outside, exactly where you'd expect it to be, or in the stables, that sort of area. It's not like Fyvie Castle, where we've investigated before, where there was a gentleman that did actually ride his horse up and down the stairs. So very, very strange. I really cannot make head nor tail of it.
How frightened would you be if you were up there on your own and you saw the ghost of a great big horse coming towards you and a rider? You'd be out there.
Exactly.
And you'd believe then, wouldn't you?
I would turn into a believer.
With everything in place and the team eager to begin the investigation, what secrets would David Wells unearth as we venture into Hever Castle?
I feel breathless and very confined in this space. And the energy that's coming right this corridor and straight towards me, kiddies, just children running around. The nasty one, I think, is either a priest or a monk. There's that kind of zealot feel to it.
Hever Castle is a cornucopia of history, from its Tudor origins to the present day. What would David Wells make of it as he takes his first look, beginning with the library?
One thing I'm really aware of here is there's something threatening, and now the reason I know that is because I can feel, I personally feel a bit threatened. There's a prompt I get, which is that kind of, they always give me that demonic face, which says, you know, beware, there's something lurking in the woodwork somewhere.
So it's not specifically in this
room,
it's anywhere in the castle?
Yeah, so it's a warning to kind of strengthen my protection and just be aware that it's here. As far as this room goes, I can't actually pick up on any particular presence here.
Let's keep walking through.